What's up, world? It's your boy Tommy Mav, and to those who don't know, I hate bullshit, and one of the biggest loads of bull stories that have just come out was there was a situation with Beyonce and Jay-Z, and my guess is that they're saying that as they didn't stand up during the pledge, and they said they think it was a protest. Which this is my problem, and this goes to a bigger point involving sports and media now, right? Like I said before, when I grew up, news was reported facts and allow people to gain their opinions about those facts, right? The opinions were left for the viewer. The facts were the news. They would just tell you what happened. They would try their best to take their spins and their mindsets off of them. At no point was it based on anything other than just trying to excuse me. At no point was it anything other than just trying to get information out to the people, the viewers watching. It was never about ratings. It was never about those things, because you always had ratings, because of course people had to come to you to get the news, to get the facts. But now we live in an age of shock media. So and partisan media. So you don't every time when you're watching something, you don't know if you're getting the true story. You just know you're getting a perspective on the story. So you don't know what's going on. You don't know what their mindset is. You're really just listening for the sake of trying to decipher. Like I said before it was about just 12 people were killed today on a bridge, and President something did this, and that's how it was. It was just, they just reported the news. They were like, this is what happened, this is why it happened, these are the facts. People outside of that would give opinions. Now you had opinion pieces and stuff like that, but they were reserved for people, other people. But now it's like they give you their opinion while they're giving you the facts, which at times causes them to not finish facts, give you partial facts, because it's all about perspective. So making a long story short, Tomi Lahren decided to go on. If you don't know who Tomi Lahren is, she's a conservative media host who is like all conservative media hosts. Is it like a prerequisite that they all have to be blonde? Like, what is with that? Like, do they do that on purpose, or is it really are they really just that racist that they only like put blonde girls on there? But regardless, and please don't get me wrong, I do not think conservative media is the same thing as racist media. I'm saying the places Tomi Lahren, I do not think is a racist. I think Tomi Lahren is a media whore. I mean, she will work for any company. She will say anything. And I'm thinking in the end, she doesn't believe half of the stuff she says. She turns around in one same meeting, same sitting, she'll say she doesn't believe in she believes that birth control and abortions should be paid for, and then she'll turn around and talk about Christian values. Where's the Christian like she's just a weirdo. Like she's not, because she's just an igniter. She gets her views, she gets her fame by saying controversial stuff that she knows people are going to attack her for. She just doesn't care, because if you attack her, her name gets out, and then she gets to parlay that. And she's kind of like what's her name, Ann Coulter before her, even though she's better looking. it was just, it's just, she plays up that, plays up to that. She plays like she's attacking, but really it comes off as very laughable. She does not seem genuine at all when she's having fake outrage on these issues. So it's a lot of that happens where she's always fake mad about something. So she gives these laughably bad acting jobs of her being mad about these issues, and her fan base, who don't really give a shit as long as you're talking negatively about, a minority and or liberals. They don't really give a shit what you say. They're gonna believe anything you say, and that's conservative and liberal media. Because nobody speaks the truth anymore. It's like, if you go to liberal media, that's all you get, a bunch of bullshit. You get them talk every time. They both sides, as I said before, speak from a place of understanding speak from a place asking for understanding when they're not willing to give to give an ear for understanding someone else. They just want everybody to understand their problems, and then in the end you just got people shouting their problems. But the point ended up being that Tomi Lahren blasted Jay-Z and Beyonce because they weren't standing during the pledge. So now the conservative media are coming at Beyonce and Jay-Z saying that, why did they do that? They're disrespecting our flag. First of all, I'm gonna be real. I've never stood for the flag. I didn't know that was a prerequisite. Never knew you had to. And there were plenty of times when everybody else stood and I just kept sitting because my feet hurt, or I just didn't feel like, or I didn't hear the speaker say they were going to do it. And so everybody started standing up and I wasn't really paying attention, and then they stood. It was never a protest. People have not stood. They're just like, it was like when, what's his name? Beast Mode. He was sitting there in pledge, and when they walked over to him and they putting microphones, are you a part of the Beast Mode? Say, he was like, I've been doing this. I don't think I've ever stood for the pledge. I've never done that. It has nothing to do with nothing. I just didn't. He was the same way me. I never knew you had to stand for the pledge. I know they say please rise for the pledge of allegiance, but hell, I don't worship no country. Like, I think that's a weird act altogether. Like, what type of indoctrinating Nazi shit is that? Like, at what point did I have to start getting up and worshiping my country before for everything? Like, dude, I pledge allegiance to the flag. Listen to the lyrics of it. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic. You pledge allegiance. I mean, you pledge your undying support. One nation under God, which, why am I saying that? With that, but no, and please, I'm sorry. It wasn't the Pledge of Allegiance. It was the national anthem. Excuse me. I'm sorry. So that's a little different, but the national anthem is still, it's different than, the words are different, but I'm saying the actual act, I still never stood for it. National anthem, I never stood for that. I really never stood for the national anthem. I think I stood more for the Pledge of Allegiance than I did for the national anthem. The national anthem, once again, I never knew you had to stand for that. I would see people, black people, white people, and a lot of people didn't stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. It's not because they were throwing a protest. It's because people don't like to stand up. And they definitely don't like to stand up for the Pledge of Allegiance because it's long as hell. So, and my guess is that Beyonce and Jay-Z were inside. First of all, if they were going to do a protest, why in the world? Nobody even sees them. Nobody can see them unless you put the camera on them. And they were just sitting in their private booths. Nobody saw them. They probably just figured nobody saw them. I mean, there was no protest. But when we live in a time of shock value, shock media, argumentative and opinional media, that's what sells. So she jumped on it, and now it's become this big story because she made it a big story, not because it was actual act that needed. Because if Beyonce and Jay-Z were trying to do a protest, they would have just said they were trying to do a protest. They weren't trying to do no protest. You can clearly see they're talking in it, and they didn't even think anything about it. They in their mind, they probably figured nobody saw them. They were inside, they're in their luxury box. They weren't thinking about it. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh yeah, wait, they're protesting and they're disrespecting flag. But Tomi Lahren needs this. She's a pathetic journalist. I mean, she's not even a journalist. She's a pathetic talking head that has no substance to her whatsoever outside of starting fake arguments. And at the end of the day, people like that, they always get their comeuppance. You know what I'm saying? Because when you have no substance to who you are as a person, and you pretty much just do, it's like, this is one of my reasons why I don't make as many videos as probably a lot of people, because I don't make videos just to make videos. I make videos when I use, like I said, I use it as almost like a outlet to let out my anger, my annoyance, because when you live in a world with so much craziness and annoyance going around, it's good to just vent. And that's what I use these videos for. That's why you don't see me posting about any and everything. I post about things that matter to me or that bother me, because most of the time that's when you're going to get the best videos, because I'm going to actually speak from the heart and passionately speak about things that I care about. When I'm just putting up a video just for the sake of putting up a video, and then that's what you're going to get. You can get a boring, and I realized that when I was making my videos last time, it's like I just was making it. I was hoping to find content to make videos for, just so I would have something to make videos for. And after a while, I got to a point where I just hated doing it because it was a job. It wasn't. I wasn't making a lot of any money or a lot of money, and it was just no point to it. I was like, well, what am I doing? It's like I'm putting up these videos, and I'm not even caring about the subjects that I'm speaking about. You know what I'm saying? So what am I doing? And I think that's what really caused me to step back, because this stuff is supposed to be about having passion in what you do. And Tomi Lahren does not have passion for what she's talking about. She's going on there doing it because she knows if she does it, people are gonna jump on it. So she'll get some runs, but she's never going to speak about it passionately, and she's not going to care about it when something new comes up that she can talk about. But she's going to milk this for all it's worth, and then when she's going to talk about it, and she's going to talk about people talking about her talking about it for another 3-4 weeks, and she's going to get a run, and she's going to get people coming to her protest, to her podcast, because they want to speak. They don't care what she's saying, as long as she's saying something negative about the other side. It's the same thing when you go to a lot of these other outlets, these other media places. As long as you're saying something about the other side, it doesn't really matter if it's true or not. If it brings up hatred and anger in the opposition, that's all that matters. This whole Jay-Z Beyonce thing is just another representation of that. I don't think they were trying to do no protest at all. I think they just were sitting there like most of us do at home. Do people inside their house stand up for the Pledge of Allegiance or the national anthem? No, we don't do that. So why? So if they're inside, that probably was just common for them. They were inside. They weren't out. They weren't out in the stadium. And there probably were plenty of other people who weren't standing during the Pledge of Allegiance. I mean the national anthem. And Tomi Lahren didn't report on it, because she's already started the crap with Beyonce in the Super Bowl. So when she did the Black Panther thing, she was the one that started that whole bullshit narrative, because the people, there are talented people in this world, and there are people who use talented people. Tomi Lahren is the latter. She uses talented people who she knows has big names, and she says incredibly dumb shit about them and expects people to attack her. And then when she attacks them, and then after they attack her, she goes on and makes 4 or 5 more videos talking about them attacking her. Because, like I said, in this country, man, we're forced into two different schools of thought, right? You have the Republicans, who are supposed to represent the Christian point of view, but rarely do, outside of telling other people they can't do anything. And you got liberals who care about poor people and care about people who are disenfranchised, but their motto is "Do it thou wilt, shall be the whole of the law." That's their motto. Their motto is everything is permitted. You can do what you want, which is without morals, is anarchy and crazy. So whoever set it up, they set it up so well so that you would have to either choose a terrible it's like, you ever go to like you're hungry, and then you go to like a 7-Eleven, and then they have all those pre-made sandwiches, and then you're grabbing a sandwich and you're looking at the front of it, and it's like you don't really like everything that's in it. It's like, this one has mayo in it. I hate mayo. This one has pepper jack cheese. Oh, I hate that. So you end up not really getting what you want. In the end, you just end up settling for the one that you hate the less, like the one that you could stomach. And that's a terrible way to do election, but that's how we do it in America. We don't listen and then make decisions, informed decisions based on what we want. We pick people that we're left with choices, and we end up choosing the people we hate the least, not the people we love the most. The people we love the most are never up for election. I hate that they take a whole crowd of people and then they break it down to just two people, Republican and Democrat. Instead of, I'm like, that makes no sense. Why not just let all 15 of them try out, and whoever gets the most votes out of them, that's who wins. But instead, they will rather do it the other way, where they get this two-party system. To me, that doesn't make a lot of sense, because as a Christian and a person who cares about disenfranchised, I have nobody who speaks for me. So I'm stuck in this limbo where I just don't even care about voting. I don't care about any of that stuff, because I feel that neither party speaks for me. And that's how I feel in America in general. Nobody speaks for me. And nobody says what I'm thinking. Everybody says I get a little bit over here and a little bit over there, but for the most part, nobody is speaking truth. Everybody's just speaking in subtitles and with subliminals and loaded statements, and nothing is real. It seems like everything is healed and babyface, like it's wrestling. Like everybody says what they think they're supposed to say, and everybody acts how they think they're supposed to act, and there's not a genuine person in the bunch. They're all just saying what they think we want to hear. And at the end, the one that we think is feeding us the least amount of bullshit is the ones that we go to, right? So the conservative will go to Tomi Lahren because they think in their mind that she's feeding them the least amount of bullshit. Not because she's telling it, they believe she's telling the truth. If you have them on a lie detector test with a shock result, I guarantee you half of them would tell the truth, and they don't trust that lady as far as they can throw her. But as long as she keeps feeding them the reasons to hate the other side, then they're gonna keep listening to her. It's the same thing. I mean, half of these people, the whole LeBron, Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, LeBron, yeah, it's the same type of thing. Like these people running out to bash Kobe Bryant, talking about he's a rapist and this, that, and the third. It's the same type of people. The same people that run out and jump down LeBron's throat over the whole China situation. They're the same type of people. They're always looking for a war to fight, right? So they go to media that's going to keep feeding that anger, because it's one of the most satisfying. Fulfilled anger is one of the most satisfying feelings that a person can have, and that's what they want. They want to feel like it's worthwhile to hate people. And so they need reasons to do it, and we keep sticking our hands in there and getting, and getting like that mixed variety bag. You go get the bag of chips, the variety pack, and you have like it's more. Yeah, you get more of it, and there, and it's a lot. But in the end, you just end up eating the chips that you don't like. That you do like. And then you end up left with like 6 or 8, 10 other bags of cereal, of chips that you don't like, and then you end up just like after time you get desperate. That's the only time you eat it, or you'll throw it out. And that's how I feel with when we pick our news now. Like it's a variety of it, but at the end of the day, nothing is really saying what we want. So we just end up taking the thing that's eating what we like, and then all the extra stuff, we end up either becoming desperate and eating it, or we end up just blocking out media altogether and tossing it out. And that's why I just toss it out. Like I look at media and I just wait, and I'm like, this sounds dumb. It doesn't sound like it's true. Because you don't know anymore. Because if you go to the right media, they're gonna say it's false. If you go to the left media, they're gonna say it's true. So or vice versa. As long as the other side is disagreeing with this side, that's all that really matters. And I think that's highly, when the media is not, when you can't trust the media to give you the facts, it's a very dangerous and scary time in America. And that's where we're at. There's nobody telling anybody the truth anymore. Everybody's just Crips and Bloods. Beyonce is protesting the national anthem, and that, no, she wasn't. She was inside a booth. Oh, well, that one didn't catch on, so let me see if I can find something else. You know what I'm saying? There's always something new that they're trying to cling on to feed anger to a bunch of people waiting for it. Anyways, I just wanted to talk on that real quick because I thought it was very important. Please comment, thumbs up my videos if you like it, and subscribe. All right, y'all. Peace.